Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be discussing mini LEDs and micro LEDs. Is there a difference? And if there is a difference, why is it that micro LEDs are taking so much time to come to the market, whereas mini LEDs were relatively new and they were relatively fast to market? So what's the difference between these two technologies? We're going to discuss that. We're going to be diving into a little bit of the specifications of it, how these technologies are different if they are, and what are the challenges to bringing them to market, and how soon can you expect them to be in the market. So let's get to it. While the names are very similar, you would assume that this is just an evolution of technology, right? It's mini, now it's micro. That just means it's smaller. That's not the case. It's a complete revolution than an evolution. The mini LED uses an LCD layer, and behind that LCD layer fit small LEDs which light up the LCD panel, and that's how you see the picture. So it's basically an LCD panel with smaller LEDs, and you have local dimming going on so that you have better contrast ratio and so on. But in traditional terms, it is an LCD panel. It's an evolution from there. Micro LED, on the other hand, it's a complete brand new panel. You get rid of the LCD. So you have gallium nitride, which uses to power the blue LED, and gallium phosphate to power red and green. So this is a completely new technology. The pixel itself is self-emitting, like you have in OLEDs. OLEDs is organic. This is inorganic because you're using gallium nitride or gallium phosphate. So if you're familiar with gallium, I think you must have seen the chargers, the gallium nitride chargers, GaN chargers, as people call it. Those are smaller. So that's what these semiconductors allow you to do, to make it smaller. Now, the problem over here is with making it so small that it can fit into a 55, 65, or even a 70-inch TV. What the challenge over here is maintaining the pixel pitch, which is the distance between two pixels. Now, as the size goes down, the pixel pitch needs to go down as well. Otherwise, you will start seeing, well, blocks of pixels, like you would see in a big LED board. If you came very close to it, you would see the individual pixels, but as soon as you go away from it, you'll stop seeing that. So that's the entire argument over here. Now with micro LEDs, 100-inch, 120-inch, even 200-inch is achievable. And Samsung has displayed this by displaying a TV, I think a 100-inch TV if I'm not wrong, the wall. So in conclusion, mini LED is something which is available right now. It's being used in a lot of products, a lot of TVs, even in iPads or MacBooks, it's being used. It does deliver what it says it's going to deliver, but it's not perfect. If you compare it to OLED, the picture is definitely lacking. The contrast obviously isn't there as much. The colors would be a little washed out if you compare it to an OLED. And the two benefits that it has over an OLED panel is with brightness and longevity. And these two things can be taken care of if you have a micro LED display. So micro LED display is supposed to be the perfect display of the future, with no risk of burn-ins, high brightness, ultra thin displays, low maintenance, and long lifespan. But you can't expect these products to be perfected up until 2030. So I would say the timeline would be somewhere around 2030 to 2035 before they hit the market at affordable prices, so that normal consumers can at least reach out. This is the same trajectory that happened with OLED. And as technology improves, I would guess that the cost would also lower down and more consumers will be able to buy that.